जय गुरु। karmanye vadhikarasyae ma phalechu kadachana ma karma phala heturbhu mate sangosva karmani. It is a very controversial statement in Bhagavad Gita to the Westerners particularly. What it says is only you have the right for actions. Karmanye vadhikarasyae ma phalechu kadachana. You don't have any fruit of action. You don't have. Ma karma phala heturbhu mate sangostva karmani. Because you are not getting fruits, you don't stop taking up any actions further. Then obviously people will feel the management theories, without getting any purposeful result, what is the point of taking up the actions? So this is how the Western school of management, they ridicule our philosophy. I would like to mention, it is not so. It is a very positive concept in the sense it removes the depression. If you are concentrated on the result itself, then your mind is agitated and you are concentrating more on the result rather than the present moment of doing the action. So this is what is the concept. Let me go through some examples. In the first instance, for a few minutes I speak on metaphysical concept of the karma, which may be difficult to appreciate at this stage. In few minutes I will finish it off. Then I go to our practical modern management theories, which will be which will support our theory, namely Bhagavad Gita. What it says in the metaphysical reasoning is like this: if an action to be completed according to chapter 18, 13 sloka of Bhagavad Gita, there are 5 factors which are responsible for action to be completed. You are not the only doer. I will prepare a chart for your benefit. One is God, then another is buddhi, then another is mind, then indriyas. Indriyas means leg, walk. If you want to walk, leg is required. If you want to see, eye is required. If you want to hear, ear is required. If you want to taste, tongue is required. Hands are required. So for an action to be completed, indriyas are also required. Then the action itself, what you want to do. If you want to hear a hearing a music itself is an action. So some tape you are on the music comes out. So then you are hearing the things. So these are the things. Then how it is, example what it is, I have already given by an example there. If you want to write an article on Gita, your mind, your intellect, it will be thinking immediately and orders the mind. You think on that and act upon and order the instruments, namely writing through a hand, and then the article is produced. So this is the way of there are 5 factors involved in the action. So God, buddhi, and then mind, then indriyas, and then action itself. So that being the case, you yourself is not the only person. You are the instrument of the action. Actually, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Nimitta matram bhava savyasachi. You are only instrument. Already I have done everything. So leave that. This is the metaphysical reasonings. Well, let us not go into that in depth. That you may refer any kind of books, Bhagavad Gita in depth, that I may cover at a later stage. But my point right now is, how does karmanye vadhikarasyae ma phalechu kadachana, without expecting the results, you are asked to do the work. Why it is so? How it is so? How is it possible? Why it is said it? How you can substantiate your action? I will take up this with 5 or 6 examples, so that at least you should, one of it may get registered and can be developed by you people with our own experience. Let me go into that one by one. If an action to be completed, the past karma plus present effort and environment, these are the 3 things that come into picture and make the action completed. But you do not know what is the past karma you are having. How much past karma? Past karma, you think it is 50% is past karma you are having, and 50% your own present effort. Let us say. and you do not know which is the past karma, how much past karma you are having, and how much present effort you have to make it. So the Sringeri Shankaracharyas, the earlier pontiff, not now, 2 generations before, he gave a wonderful example. God has given you free will. That means you have got your own buddhi. What happened to your buddhi? Wherever things go wrong and you did not apply your mind properly, buddhi, your parents will say, what happened to your buddhi? So leave it. So your what the mind, the buddhi that is given by God is called free will. You have the right, you have a free will to do whatever you want to do it. Is it not? The Shastra may say you have to do these are the prescribed duties, these are the prescribed duties, you should not do these things, you should do these things, all these things are there, do's and don'ts. But despite knowing all that, you will do in your own way, because your mind is telling you to do certain things, you like certain things, you are doing it. So you may or may not follow the dictates of the mind also, you will follow your own whims and fancies now and then, is it not? And when you do something bad, your parents will say, what happened to your buddhi? Why have you not applied your brain? Is it not? Now the point here is whether when the free will and the past karma fight, when the free will and the past karma fight, which one will prevail? For that, Sringeri has given an example. He told, we do not know. These are like two file ones, two wrestlers. Put them to fight and then you will come to know what will happen. Swamiji has given an illustrative example. On a wall, 3 nails were put, and 3 young people of the same strength were brought into the hall. A lot of audience were there, and one man was asked to pull the nail. He pulled once, it came out. Second man was called. There is another nail in the wall. He was asked to pull up. He pulled twice, then only it came. Third man was called, of the same strength, of the same age. Another nail was there in the wall. He had to pull thrice, then only it came out. What does it mean? If you analyze, the first case, the nail was hit with the hammer once. In the second stage, the nail was hit twice by hammer in the wall. The third one was hit in the wall by the hammer thrice. You may call it this hitting by the hammer as the past karma, and the present effort is the pulling. So if the past karma is less, with one thing it can come out. If past karma is middle order, 2 nails are there, you have to pull twice. If past karma, you have made bad karma thrice, then you have to make more effort to do that. That is why it's an example of this particular one, to keep you in a happy mode, or to make you understand the thing. I had drawn this particular picture. You can make it out. Wall and 3 persons with a hammer, the nail. First man with 1 nail, it was hit. With 1 hammer, he was hit and he could pull it once. And second one, he could pull it up with using the force twice. Third one, he has to pull thrice, then only it came out. Then this is the position of that particular one. So Sringeri sometimes in a jovial way say, most of the cases past karma is more, so it is difficult to overcome that kind of things. He was telling our efforts sometimes may not be sufficient. But my Guru Paramhans Yogananda is positive and more optimistic. He says, I do not want the people to lament on karma. If it is so, make more effort. I join that particular things. There is no point of worrying on that kind of things. So that is one aspect of that. Now I have to address about the direct subject, namely how our Bhagavad Gita helps the management and the present theories of the management, you should concentrate on the results. Management by objectives. Management by objectives per se is not bad. You should have an objective. But the problem comes when you attach it with a promotion or an increment. Then the youngsters are worried about the promotion and increments, and they go on working over and over and worried about the work. What will happen if I do not get the result? I will lose the promotion. And so whenever through working, their concentration is on the increments and kind of things, and their blood pressure and diabetes kind of things happen. So this has happened. I worked in the bank quite a number of time, 20, 30, 40, 30 years service I have got. I have seen the people suffered on account of this. A young fellow got promoted as a manager. I was congratulating him. Within a year to 1.5 years he resigned. I saw him on the road. Why have you resigned? He said, they have given me a lot of target and I could not achieve it. In the name of management by objectives, if it is a realistic target, it's okay, element of challenge. But you give unrealistically and also put a pressure on it, it is counterproductive. This is not the thing. Karmanye vadhikarasyae means you do your best, and the bosses should see what is actually the effort made by the person rather than the result itself. The result depends on various factors, environmental and other situational factors. For example, if a farmer throws 1,000 seeds, and of which all of you understand, agriculture is a rainy thing. It is subject to rain god. Vagaries of the nature is also in the picture. Out of the hundreds, thousands seeds he has grown, maybe 100 may germinate. So out of which, how many things will cultivate and cultivable, and how much crop he makes out is a big story. We cannot say all those things. In Andhra Pradesh, the groundnut cultivation is a very peculiar aspect. I was a manager in Amarapuram in Andhra Pradesh, where a person is having 100 acres, but he is only cultivating 25 acres because he says the groundnut, it requires rain intermittently 4 times. First rain comes, the groundnut seed 25% formation happens. Second rain, if it comes after another 10 days or a week, the seed formation increases to 50%. Third rain, if falls after another 6 or 7 days, the seed comes to 75%. Fourth one, 100%. But we can't say when the rain exactly will come or not. Sometimes 50%, sometimes 75%, like that. But does it mean he will stop cultivation? Sometimes crop failures may be there. But does it mean he should stop cultivation? No. Karmanye vadhikar, you do continue to cultivate. And how much seed will come or not is in your hand, subject to the rain gods. So there are so many things are there. What is in your right is, it is your duty. Karmanye vadhikarasyae is imposing a duty. You may call it spiritual duty or materialistic duty. What is in your hand is duty. A doctor will perform the best possible operation. That is his duty. Results may or may not come. Sometimes it may fail. And because he failed in one operation, does he stop operating further? No. Similarly, you take the case of students. The students may write exams and they do not expect first class or university first. I know a case it came in the paper. A lady got the top in Mumbai. She said, I have just given the exam, I was not knowing I will be topper. You give your best and leave the rest to the God, or rest, leave it. Don't have anxiety. If it comes, it's okay. But the environment, parents, colleagues, you will not get the medicine seat, you will not get the engineering seat, kind of things, that pressures will be built up, and the student will be worried, and that worry and the tension makes him confused mind, and with the result he may not be in a position to give the best. Mind you, if he goes with a peaceful mind, it is best for him. In fact, Kalidasa says, a peaceful mind is like a peaceful lake. He compared that. Vivekananda says, any peaceful mind can produce a better creative effort and better results. So this is the simple logic. And I come to another interesting story. Way back in 1981, Wimbledon story, Jimmy Connors and versus Vijay Amrutaraj. They were playing Wimbledon semi-finals, if I am correct. And Connors won the first. You must be knowing in tennis there are 5 games will be there. Best of 5, best 3. One should win three out of 5. And Connors already won 2 games. If one more game he one 6-4 is one match. One match we call it, one game. Another 6-4, another game. So 2 games he has already won. Third game if he wins, entire match he will be getting it. And each game will have about 6 points. In the third one also, third game also, Vijay Amrutanath was leading by 6-4, 6-4 and 4-0 he was leading. Almost Amrutanath won the game, you may call it. At the stage, Connors made him stop and he concentrated on the game. Rest of the games, all he won. It was a remarkable thing because almost a gone case. Had Connors been feeling, I already lost the game, I had nothing else, I had to get it. It could have been normal case with any Indian probably. He would have lost the game. He concentrated on the present. I am not bothered about the past or whatever it is. He gave his best at the moment and he got the result. So what is in your hand is, it's actually karmanye vadhikarasyae. If I look in a interesting way, it is concentrating more on the present. You people not daydreaming of the future. You concentrate on the present, future will take care of itself. That is another thing. One more example. A normal thing. I was in a housing colony. My scooter was cleaned along with other scooters, kind of things. One fellow was cleaning normally, and he was doing namaste to me. I was giving him some 10 rupees or so. But another fellow cleans and asks for money. That also I will give him some 8 rupees or 10 rupees. Third person cleans and demands money. Then I will give him 5 rupees. If a scooter fellow drops me only at the gate only, and this is only my thing, I will not take your my scooter inside the house, and talks in a loud language. If the bill is 60, I will only give him 60 and leave it. But if inside it comes and affectionately keeps my luggage also down, I will give him 65 rupees. So it is your way of doing things, not demanding things. If you do it, work properly, your bosses will recognize, society will recognize. Don't bother about the result itself in the beginning. One more example I will give you. It is actual live examples I am telling. In one of my junior colleague in a bank, in a nationalized bank, I say syndicate bank, he was in Bombay, very good service he was giving. And a lady noticed he was a builder, he was a bodybuilder, he got something. She inquired, yes, I was a champion in some level, he came to some state level. Immediately she noticed, because he is giving a very good service, she told, I can give you, she is in charge of the houses in Bombay, I can allot you a quarter house under the sports quota. Because he has not asked for anything, because he was giving good service, her heart melted. People notice these things. One more story. It came back, long back, about 15 years back, in Hindustan Times paper. It is the story of Beatles. Beatles in UK, they were giving performance in every street. That was somewhere in December. That they moved to some street, and it was very damn cold that day. So they thought, let us not give the performance today. Let us skip one of the fellows said, let us skip the performance. It is too cold today. People may not turn up. The Beatles, there are 4 members were there. Second member said, it may not be proper. People come all the way with some expectation. So we should give some performance, we should give it. If not full performance, we should give some performance. Third fellow said similar kind of thing. Fourth person was quiet. All people asked him, why are you so silent? What is your opinion? He was further maintaining silence. Please tell what you want. I said, I do not like your opinions. I want, if at all, performance to be made, irrespective of the audience, we should give our performance fully. Reluctantly, all other people, they agreed and they gave that day their best performance as usual. Of course, audience, not many were there, and at the end of their performance, a small boy of 10-year-old came and gave them a small chit. Performance good, with the royal emblem at the back on the top of it. That is, the royal person came incognito, in disguise, and moved out after seeing that. You can appreciate what must have happened. You have to guess it. I was inspired by that example. I gave it in my own bank internal magazine. I changed the same content in some other way. If my sales representative who talks on mutual funds in the bank, he may expect 5 or 6 people are around him. He would have been in his full lung to explain the benefits of the mutual funds, to canvass it. Suppose only one fellow came to him. Still he gives very good performance, very good information about the mutual fund, its benefits, tax benefits, everything. You take my word, the other customers who have come for other purposes, deposits, drafts, they also must be hearing some words of this particular thing. Once they go back, they will inform their other friends. There is a guy in that particular bank who has got very good knowledge of mutual funds. We can bank upon him. Let us go to him. So you don't concentrate about the result. Today I didn't get the result. So many people have not come. That is not the thing at all. The results may come. It will be appreciated by God and the society. What God? God, He is in the form of the human beings, in the form of Narayana. Nara, He is in the Nara, human beings. So the people appreciate it. Society will appreciate it. Whatever the good actions you are doing it. Don't run after the results and don't play to the galleries. This is the thing of the karma. This is a positive concept. It will remove your depression, will not be there. Otherwise, what happens? If all people say you go for a competitive exam and you could not get it, your mother, parents, all people, oh, you failure fellow. What do you think? In a competitive exam like IAS or others, lakhs of people are trying. Is it in your hand? You might have given good performance, no doubt. People should appreciate it. In a world of relativities, there are no absolutes. You may not be getting the full result. You take the case of Thomas Alva Edison, who created the bulb. He succeeded in creating the proper filament for the bulb in the 2000th attempt. The media fellows asked him, sir, you have 1999 cases of failure with you. Thomas Alva Edison, he laughed and told, no, I don't consider that. They are also successful stories, in the sense I came to know that there are 1999 filaments which are not fit to be used as bulbs for filament purposes for the bulb. So what you see is your approach. No result will be a loss. You do your actions. The results will come on its own. Results are not in your hand. It takes time. Sometimes it may come immediately, may not come at all. So your mind should not be agitated about that kind of things. When you are performing an action, your concentration is on the work, on the duty itself. Don't bother anything more than that. This is what the required. And the joke is, having given this much explanation, this was in the second chapter, 47 sloka, karmanye vadhikarasyae. You have the right for actions. Ma phalechu kadachana. You have no right on fruits. You are at the same time, though you have worked hard, you don't stop doing the work. I liked the ISKCON Swami, yesterday I was seeing on the in the YouTube on karmanye vadhikarasyae, what he has written it. One example which he has said it, I liked it. A salesman may sell 100 sarees or 100 things, but he won't get the fruit of that. The proprietor will get the things. So that is another issue. Then the same second chapter, the 47th sloka tells very clearly, Samatva yoga muchyate. You have to do all your things in a balanced activities. Siddho, whether you get it or not, you do it. Yogastva kuru karmani. That's what he says. Yogastva means you do yoga. What is yoga? It was mentioned. Second line itself. Siddho, whether you are getting success or no success, do it. Samatva yoga muchyate. This is a beautiful statement. I like it. I may come out separately someday on this concept itself. Samatvam, whether it's success or failure, praises or no praises, whether my family members or my relatives or friends, whether people liked or disliked, I am not bothered. I am doing it for my pure conscious sake, Krishna's sake. Krishna, whatever you are doing for God or whatever you are doing sincerely for the society, that itself is a God's work only. There is no separate prayer as such. This is the concept of the karmanye vadhikarasyae, not management by objectives and worried about the results and creating tensions and diabetes kind of things. At the same time, one important thing I want to caution, karmanye means you're doing some kind of action and leave it. No. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, he says very well, my devotee is dasha. That means do it very properly and carefully. Don't leave it half-hearted attempts. No, do it fully. If you do not get the results after doing the best also, that is a different issue. There are other reasons. But if you do not make any effort and the parents go on telling, oh, it is the bad karma, what he can do. No, it is not his bad karma. Your bad karma may be so partly, but your effort is lagging behind. So don't throw the things. And one more important thing I would like to mention for the benefit of the people. In the 10th chapter, Bhagavan Krishna says, I am in the effort. I am in the effort of all successful people. In the beginning, I got a doubt. What does it mean God is telling success? He is not in the effort of the failure people. No, he means people who made the effort to get success, they made lot of sincere effort. They gave that blood kind of things. So, generally success comes to those people who make very sincere effort. A sincere effort generally, by and large, it will not go waste. That is the concept. You have to appreciate it and take it as a positive concept, and the universities should take this, and a PhD can be written on this kind of things. I did my MHRM, but I could have done my PhD, but I am not interested. My age is 71. I am not interested for PhDs. The youngsters who, if anybody wants to take up any PhD program, I am ready to provide with more information. That is why I have given about 5 or 6 examples in all these cases. And we should, Bhavan Journal nicely said it, we should liberate our activities from the bondage of selfish purpose. We should liberate our activities from the bondage of selfish activities and do the work in a spirit of duty. That is what is required. But that is actually Rotary Club principles, if I am correct. Whenever they are taking up any activity, it says whether this particular action is beneficial to 4 or 5 people in the society. Suppose I am doing a video only for my family members and my photos and my picnic, that is only for my satisfaction. That God doesn't like. If I am doing anything only with a view that some honest information is passed on, well and good. You think of that, your conscience will tell, nobody else is going to tell. And in all sincere efforts, do it sincerely to your best of ability, and then leave the rest. That is what the karmanye vadhikarasyae. May God bless all of you with this concept, and Lord Krishna will guide you in this aspect. Om Tat Sat. Krishnarpanam.